Good afternoon. Welcome back to Fujitsu Forum TV, where we continue to bring you live and exclusive coverage from events here at Media Day. The event opens at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, where guests, believe it or not, from over 80 countries are descending on Munich. But this afternoon, it's the world's business and technology press. They're in town to see the latest innovation and thinking from Fujitsu. And one of the things we're doing this year on Fujitsu Forum TV is sharing that insight with you. Normally, you would have to be here if you wanted to see all 4 live keynotes. If you wanted to go and attend over 60 interactive breakout sessions, if you wanted to avail of the one-on-one expert talks, the networking, and view the digital transformation zone. Now, we can't help you out with the networking, and we can't do the one-on-one talks for you, but everything else, we got you covered. You will see all 4 live keynotes on Fujitsu Forum TV. We will bring you more than 40 live interviews with the very people running the digital interactive breakout sessions here. And we're going to have our roaming cameras out and about in the digital transformation zone, so you do not miss a thing. If you can't be in Munich, Fujitsu Forum TV is your ticket to a whole lot of insight. Now, our mission is to look at the very challenges facing business and society right now and understand how technology is not just addressing those issues, but unlocking value. One area that has the potential to impact a lot of value is quantum computing. Apparently we have to say happy birthday to it. 60 years old, I'm told, this year, but we're still maybe a decade away from meaningful outputs. Well, the people at Fujitsu didn't want you to wait a decade, so they got the smart minds together and they've come up with the quantum-inspired digital Annealer. With me to spill the beans on this amazing technology is a familiar face to everyone on Fujitsu Forum TV, Dr. David Snelling, Program Director for Artificial Intelligence. Firstly, there will be a lot of people that have just listened to what I've said and gone, digital what? So, for the benefit of those people, can you give us an overview of quantum computing and digital Annealer by Fujitsu?
Yeah, so quantum computing is a technology that's in its emergent phases now. It's still pretty much prototype, but it exploits quantum properties to give us what literally is exponential increase in performance capabilities. It tends to be targeted at very specific kinds of problems. Some of these problems, what we will call combinatorial optimization problems, are very fundamental to all different types of industry across virtually everything from transport to banking, okay? And so what we've done at Fujitsu is to target those problem domains with a quantum-inspired digital circuit. In other words, conventional technology, you don't need microdegrees Kelvin, you don't need magnetic shielding in vibration-free environments. You can just stick it in your data center or access our cloud version. But it gives you that 10,000-fold performance improvement over conventional hardware for these specific problems that, as I say, crop up across all of industry. And that's what we're here doing today, is to take a look at that through the digital Annealer capabilities in Fujitsu.
For the cynics out there that'll be thinking, that's quite a leap considering what industry hasn't been able to achieve. But this is the real deal, right? You've got the technology here, it's on show, it's ready to go, it's making an inroad?
Yeah, in fact, we've got the 2nd generation on show today. This time about last year, we were talking about generation 1. We're now at generation 2, which is 4 times the capability of the 1st generation. And it's real. And the thing is, the way we get this magic, if you will, is by making it target a specific class of problems. So it won't wash the kitchen sink for you, okay? But it will solve your combinatorial optimization problems, which hitherto have been unaddressable by conventional computing.
So is that where we're likely to see some of those challenges on integrating digital Annealer into data and analytics? What obstacles have businesses got in front of them?
So one of the biggest things is that the usual obstacle they're facing now is they cannot solve these problems at all, so they don't. Or they put intelligent people and rely on expertise to fill in those gaps. If they could do it computationally, they would, but sometimes that means a digital transformation comes along with it. And so Fujitsu is here to help both with some of the data quality improvements up front, possibly using AI technology to do that, and then take you through the digital transformation that allows you to exploit the full potential of this 10,000-fold potential or more increase in computational capability.
I'm glad you mentioned AI there, because we've essentially got 2 worlds. We've got the quantum and the AI. Can they exist together? Are they going to come closer together? What do you think?
There's some real strong theoretical evidence that eventually quantum computing and AI will benefit each other hugely. In the practical sense, on the ground, they can help each other today, but not as a sort of single integrated thing, but as parts of a business pipeline. So you might use AI to identify the quality data that you need to put in the digital annealer, use the digital annealer to identify clusters in which the kinds of things you want to address with AI further down the pipeline. So yeah, a digital transformation solution could easily involve both digital annealer and artificial intelligence.
Off camera, you were telling me about the digital annealer examples we've got down in the digital transformation zone. We're going to have our roaming camera out at about tomorrow. Yeah. When we're running the camera around the zone, what are we likely to see, and how's Annealer being presented?
So you'll see a couple of different things. At least you'll see digital annealer applied in the realm of banking, where we're looking at optimizing low-risk portfolios so that we can weather things like the financial crisis of 2008. And we'll be demonstrating some of the enhanced tools that we've developed around the digital annealer to make that transformation from we don't do this the hard way at all now because it's too hard, to we can do this every 20 minutes if we wanted to. So there's some of those kinds of things. We'll look at it in manufacturing and industrial processes, and we'll look at it certainly in logistics.
I always ask you this question when we're on the back end of an interview because you're always so insightful about what's coming around the corner. I'm looking to the future, and I realise it may not be the immediate future, but quantum and AI, what do you think we're going to see from them? What have we got to be excited about?
Well, the big thing that you'll get with AI, and tastes of that you can get today with the digital annealer, is the ability to approach problems that we didn't think we could before. And so the little problems that we've known been there sitting in the back corner, and many people have just forgotten they were there because there's nothing we can do about it. And we'll see more and more of those coming to the surface and showing real promise in the way in which we conduct our business. AI will obviously be a main support to that process along the way because it gives us the dynamicism to be able to go from one thing to the next. So these are the things that I would be really excited about.
I'm interested, those problems, do we think boardrooms are mindful of what those problems are, or do the technology teams and the boardroom need to come together and discuss this a bit? Or?
Fujitsu and our partners did a survey a while back, which I always find a little bit interesting, and that is something, the numbers are a little bit fuzzy at me, but about 85% of industry leaders understand that quantum computing is going to change their industry sector, but only 57 of them think they'll do anything about it in their own business.
Wow.
And that gap between those who admit that something's coming down the road that's going to be important to their sector, but they're not ready to do anything about it, worries us. And that's what we're trying to do for our customers, to get that worry out of there. Let's get started on that bridge to quantum computing now.
Start solving those problems that are going to impact your business.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about a bridge is it gets you to the future, but a bridge today you can actually walk on. So with the digital annealer, you can walk across the bridge today, making progress, waiting for the world when real, true quantum computing changes everything.
Well, there you go. Quite a birthday present, that. Happy 60th. Hopefully, Fujitsu have got a lot more to come over the next few years, which leaves us to be quite excited. I promise you, we will get cameras on that technology tomorrow. We move to our studio tomorrow morning, which is in the heart of the digital transformation zone, but we'll send one of the steady cameras out and we'll get some pictures of Annealer, digital Annealer in action. Now, the insight continues here at Fujitsu Forum TV this afternoon. From looking at how digital Annealer is impacting business, we're going to come closer to home and start looking at how Fujitsu is impacting business, and specifically how customers have been benefiting by what's happening. Next, we're going to be joined by Paul Patterson and Rupert Lehner. Of course, they're on stage tomorrow morning with the opening keynote, delivering that with President Takita. But this afternoon, they're going to swing by and tell us all that's been happening this year and how we're impacting customer worlds. They don't know it yet, but I'm not going to let them offset without spilling the beans on the keynote either. You want to stick around for that one. Plenty more insight to come on Fujitsu Forum TV. Stick with us.